Can I use you as a model really quickly?
Yes.
Okay. So one of the things we look for with a kidney infection, I'm going to have you come and stand with your back to the audience, if you would. One of the things I always look for is something called costovertebral angle tenderness. So your kidneys actually live towards the back here, underneath your rib cage. So if I had tapped through here, would you have felt a significant amount of pain?
Oh, yeah.
And so these are two areas where your kidneys actually sit. So if someone comes in with symptomatology like Maci, I'll literally tap in this area, and a very slight tap will elicit significant pain, which increases or enhances our inclination that this could be a kidney infection. It can be confirmed with urinalysis. But really quickly, let's look at this animation just to let everyone know how this happens. Kidney infections often start as lower urinary tract infections, more common in women because women have a shorter urethra that travels from the outside into the bladder. As long as it stays in the bladder down, it's called a lower UTI. You may have urinary frequency, some discomfort with urination, a little bit of burning. But if that bacteria travels up the ureter and gets itself into the kidney, then it becomes a full-on kidney infection. The reason that that's a big deal, as Maci can attest to, is at that point in time, that infection can become, it can get into your bloodstream. And you can have systemic symptoms, the fever, the localized tenderness, and literally you can feel like you're on death's doorstep.
Yes, because they didn't know what was going on. That's what scared me the most, was because I could even feel it in my doctor that he was kind of like, all right, why aren't these antibiotics working? What's going on?
And it's interesting because you're younger, you had all of those symptoms.
Yeah.
But actually in our elderly population, older people, sometimes if they have a urinary tract infection or pyelonephritis, there's just not any symptoms there. So it worked out perfectly.
And one of the interesting things about your case is you presented to the hospital after having received a dose of antibiotics earlier. And so we call that a partially treated urinary tract infection. And it can actually make the diagnosis more difficult because your urinalysis may not reveal the same thing it would, or your urine cultures may not actually show us the bacteria that is breeding. But what I really want people at home to understand and learn from Maci's story is, if you're having her kind of symptomatology with the fevers and that significant pain, you do need to be seen. And what we do in the emergency department is if you have a severe kidney infection, but you feel okay overall and you can tolerate oral antibiotics, we can send you home to be treated. But in a case like Maci, where you probably couldn't even keep medicine down.
No, I couldn't even eat or drink. I couldn't even eat an ice cube without vomiting immediately after.
And you need to be in the hospital for IV antibiotics. Otherwise, it can seed your entire system. It can become what's known as sepsis, and that can become truly life-threatening. We're so glad that you're doing that.
Oh, me too.
And see, ironically, weren't you actually doing some work with the Kidney Foundation when this happened?
Actually, in my hometown, we have the Kidney Foundation of Greater Chattanooga, and they do what's similar to Dancing with the Stars, but it's called Dare to Dance. So they take local people that are in the public eye, like people on the radio, people that are on the news, and it's basically a dance competition. You get partnered up, and we have a huge event. It actually was a week ago, last Saturday, and we do our dances, and then it's exactly like watching an episode of Dancing with the Stars, but while all of this is going on, we all try to raise his... Thank you.
Look at that. And so I have to ask, now that we've seen this, is it true? Is that big rumor true? Have you been dancing in your spare time with your ex, your baby's father, Ryan?
No, I haven't. We do get along much better now, but we're just friends. We're co-parenting. Thank God. I mean, we've actually become closer, and things are going well with us, but we're definitely not dating.
Okay, she's moved on.
Yes.
All right.
And you've moved on from your kidney infection as well. We're so happy you're doing better. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing.